Hello everyone, welcome to Computer Science and IT Gate Coaching. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get the instant notification of my free lecture. So this is about me. I am a computer science gate faculty having more than 5 plus of teaching experience, mentored more than 50,000 students, taught in different coaching institute all over India. Okay, it's like the Gate Academy, even qualified multiple times Gate, and even I have given the coaching in many government colleges as well as in many private colleges. Like in SRM Chennai, I have given coaching. CAT Bhubaneswar, I have given. BC Bhagalpur, Jorhat College of Engineering, Guwahati University, Dibrugarh University, Government College of Engineering and Technology, Jammu, Ramgarh Engineering College. Okay, these are the colleges where I have went and I have given the coaching. This is enough. That C programming language, because this can be asked in your placement, okay, and in many competitive exam. Not in Gate. In Gate I don't think that this will they will ask, but in many competitive exam they can ask. So C is a programming language developed by C is a programming language developed at ET and T's Bell Laboratory, ठीक है, laboratories of USA in 1972. This year is important, that 1972. It was designed and written by, it was designed. That's why we use the standard book, because it is written by Dennis Ritchie only. So it was designed and written by, a by Dennis Ritchie. By Dennis Ritchie. Okay. So this is for the information that every engineer should know, and कंप्यूटर साइंस इंजीनियर्स को तो आना ही चाहिए, नहीं तो हमारी पूरी बेइज्जती हो जाएगी पूरी. किसी ने पूछ दिया किसी प्रोग्रामिंग को कौन डेवलप किया, इतना इंपॉर्टेंस है, तो हम लोग की तो बहुत खराब हो जाएगा ना. तो बेइज्जती नहीं कराना हम लोगों को, बता देंगे हम लोग कि डेनिस रिची ने किए थे. चलिए अब हम लोग जाएंगे नेक्स्ट कॉन्सेप्ट पे. इसमें वेरिएबल क्या होता है, ठीक है. अब ये सब हम लोग पढ़ेंगे. वेरिएबल डेफिनेशन क्या होता है. ये बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट है, लेकिन आप देखिएगा कितने लोगों को इसका डेफिनेशन गलत पता है. दिस इज अ बेसिक डेफिनेशन एंड बेसिक थिंग, बट मेनी ऑफ यू डोंट नो दैट. ओके, क्योंकि ये कहीं पे सही से बताया ही नहीं गया है, ठीक है. नाउ सी, नाउ टेल मी what is variable, what is variable declaration, what is variable declaration and definition. The basic thing, I will start from the scratch. मैं एकदम पूरा बेसिक से शुरू करूंगा. What is variable declaration and definition? डिक्लेरेशन क्या है, डेफिनेशन क्या है. देखिए, declaration means a declaration is a part of a code where you are saying, defining the, that what is the type of that variable, what kind of values it can hold. Okay, you are just saying that, जैसे आपने लिख दिया, just only if you are saying that it is a int x, you are explaining in the program that x is a variable of type int. That is a declaration. And definition means, along with the declaration you are assigning some storage, you are giving some storage. Okay, so if you are giving a storage to that, then it is a definition. Okay, so you write the exact definition, that what is declaration and definition. With example it will be more clear. I will take the example. So variable declaration refers to the part of the program, refers to the part where a variable is first declared, where a variable is first declared or introduced, or declared or introduced, you can say, or introduced before its use. So before its first use, you have to first declare that, you have to first tell them that what is the type of that variable. Okay, so this is the variable declaration. Variable declaration refers to the part where a variable is first introduced or declared before its first use. And then what is variable definition? So variable definition variable definition is the part where the variable is assigned is a is assigned a memory location is assigned a memory location and a value. It's very important, and it is a popular question, in your placement. It is a popular question in your placement. So what is variable declaration? Basic things. They will start from the basic thing. What is variable declaration definition? So variable declaration refers to the part where a variable is first declared or introduced before its first use. Variable definition is the part where the variable is assigned a memory, where you are going to assign a memory location and a value, and you are going to give a value to it. Okay. Most of the time, we are going to do variable declaration definition same time. Most of the time, most of the times, variable variable declaration variable declaration and definition are done together. Most of the time these are done together. Okay, most of the time these are done together. So most of the time variable declaration and definition are done together. Okay, see, before giving the example, you should know the storage class also. Some basic I will just give. Storage class I will teach you. Storage class I will later teach you. So we are having a 4 kind of storage class. Just to learn this, we require the knowledge of this. So one is auto storage class, register, extern, and static. These are the storage class we are having. Okay, so what is a storage class? All these things I will explain you later. Means just I will take that part separately. So here just I require the basic knowledge of a storage class. That's why I'm saying. So storage class means whenever you are declaring something like int x, whenever you're declaring any variable just x, so we have to specify 3 things: that what is the data type of that, what is the data type, and what is the storage class. So a variable is having a three thing. One is data type. A variable is having a three things. Garbage value is all these things. You can say two things. A variable is having a two things. One is its data type. What is its data type? And another is there, and another is its storage class. Its storage class. Its storage class. Okay. Storage class. So whenever you are declaring like int x and you are not saying the storage class, then by default it will take as auto. Okay, by default it will take as auto. Means if you are writing int x, then you will say sir I have not written the storage class from the beginning. जैसे बहुत पहले से आप लोग हम लोग जब कोड करते हैं तो हमें कोई storage class करे बताता ही नहीं है. In the beginning no one told, never tell us that what is the storage class. In the last they tell us, but they should tell in the beginning. So I'm not going to skip here anything. I'm going to cover all part. Okay. So int x जैसे आपने लिखे x, तो x should be of integer data type and its storage class also I need to say. But if you're not saying anything, then by default it will take as a auto storage class. If we are not explicitly, if we are not giving, if you're not giving any storage class, if you're not giving any storage class to a variable, then by default it will take, then by default, then by default it will it will take as a auto class. It will take as a auto class. Okay, and auto, why auto? It is having a name auto. I will even tell you that. Okay, so even in your Dennis Ritchie book they will use automatic. Okay, automatic. So don't get confused when you will learn the book. So automatic and auto both are same only. Okay, in book they are using the same terminology. So if you are not saying anything what is the storage class, by default it will take as a auto. Okay, now auto is having one property that if you are, it will take default value as garbage. That you should know, because we require here default value is your garbage. Here is your garbage means undefined value. Undefined value, it can take anything. Undefined value, it can take anything. So if you are writing int x, and if I'll ask you that whether it is a, since you have not said that what is the storage class. So see one thing, if you are writing int x or if you are writing auto int x, both are same. Both are same. That's why in book many times they are not writing the storage whenever they want to be a variable having a storage class auto. So because if you will not write anything, they will take as a auto only. So both is same. Now if I ask you that whether it is a variable declaration or definition, then here it's saying that x is a variable. Now since it's the auto class, it will take a garbage value. It will take a garbage value. It will take a garbage value. And it will have, since if it is having, means it will also having a memory allocation. It is also having a memory allocation. It will have some garbage value. Let us assume it is having 12. So it is both, it is both, it is both definition, it is both definition as well as declaration, as well as declaration. Because if you are writing int x, it is going to take as the auto class, and auto class by default value is the garbage value, and it is going to have some storage. So it is having some storage. So declaration is saying it will only define that what is the type of that variable. Its type is int. Okay, definition is going to assign storage and value. Yeah, it's defined a storage and it's a value. Its value is 12. Okay, so that's why it is a both variable declaration and definition. Now let me take one example, and in example you have to tell me, and with example I will take one code. So here also I am going to take some code also, include studio.h. studio.h. So this is the header file, I think that everyone know. So this is the return type and main program. I will, when I will teach you function, I will explain that. I hope that everyone know this basic part. So main is the name of the function, it is the prototype. And see, don't get confused between this and this. Okay, these two are different. नेवर से दैट दिस टू आर सेम. ओके, बहुत लोगों को बहुत चीजें गलत पता है, ये दोनों सेम नहीं है. व्हेन आई एम राइटिंग इंट मेन गैप, it means no parameter, no parameter checking is going to happen. No parameter checking is going to happen. You can test whatever I am saying, you know, you can run in your computer, you can verify that whether I am correct or not. Okay, so no parameter checking will happen. Okay, will happen. So these things I will teach you, but since I have taken here function, that's why I'm just little bit I am saying. So never think these two are same. It means if you are not writing anything, no parameter checking is going to happen. If you will call any function, like here I have written main, you can call main by using 5, no error, nothing will happen. No error, nothing will happen. This kind of questions you will get in your campus placement. Because whenever, what is the difference between these two? It is saying that is a no empty, it is saying void. It means you should not pass, we should not pass any value to this function. We should not pass any value to the function. Okay, to the function. These two are difference. So this means it will not check when any parameter. Means you can call main by giving character, int, float, anything you can give. But if you're writing void, then you have to explicitly, you are bound to call like mint empty. You are bound to, because you are saying void, it should not take anything. Okay, so there is a difference between empty, this empty, and this void. Okay, so let me write the code. Since I was just taking that, that's why I've explained. So it's very important, it is very very important, this questions you might get in your campus placement. So include studio.h. So this is your main program, and main is a user defined function. Okay, it's a user defined. There are two kind of function. One is inbuilt function, sorry, it's inbuilt function, and another is user defined function. That user define any function, then it is called as user defined function. And if it is already in the function, means in the like in the header in the C, then it is a inbuilt function. So it is an inbuilt function. Okay, so this is also one question that asked in your campus placement. So if you are writing char a 1 2 3, it's the name of the variable. Now you are assigning a. Okay, now you are writing float. Now you people comment whether it is a variable declaration and definition. You people comment whether char a 1 2 is a variable declaration or definition, or only variable. This float b, this is int underscore c underscore d 4 5 e return 0. See here I have not mentioned the storage class. Means by default it will take as a auto storage class. By default it will take as a auto storage class. Means along with the definition declaration, it is going to have the definition, because auto is going to have a garbage value by default. If you are not assigning anything, then it will take a garbage value. Now here you are assigning some value. Means along with declaration, it is having space, it is having space. You don't think that it is having a space, you just write like this. Okay, if you are thinking. So if you are assigning this char a 1 2 3 and it is having a, then it is both declaration, then it is both declaration as well as, and it is both declaration as well as definition. Now see here you are writing float b. Okay, float b. Now it is again, it is a auto storage class. You are saying here that b is a variable of float type. Okay, fine, it's a declaration done. Now since its storage class is auto, it will take a garbage value, it will have some storage. So it is again both declaration and definition, and it is again same way. So it is having a multiple declaration and definition, multiple, because you are declaring these three variable you are declaring. So it is multiple, it is multiple declaration, it is multiple declaration and definition, not only one, it is multiple declaration and definition. Okay, so in any place if you will have doubt, you can feel free to ask me. किसी को कहीं पे डाउट रहेगा पूछ लीजिएगा, आप हिंदी में भी मेरे से पूछ सकते हैं. ठीक है. So this is the example. With that we have seen how we can say that whether it's a declaration or definition. This part of code is very important in terms of your campus placement, very very important. Okay, so in your interview they will ask. So give a note and you can write, give a note and you can write that declaration of a variable. Please write it fast. Declaration of a variable, declaration of a variable function, declaration of a variable or function simply declares that that the variable slash function exist somewhere. It will say that it is going to be exist somewhere in the program, somewhere in the program, but the memory is not allocated. Memory is not allocated for them, but you are not going to get a memory for but but the declaration serves a important rule. But the declaration of a variable but the declaration of a variable slash function serves an important role. What is that important role? It will say the type of the variable, and that is the type. It will explain the type of the variable slash function. So this is even applicable in function. Okay, another point, you give some number. Now coming to the definition, coming to the definition, when we define a variable, when we define a variable, when we define a variable or function, apart from the apart from the rule of declaration, apart from the rule of the declaration, see, it is saying that when you are defining, it is even doing the declaration. Apart from the role of the declaration, apart from the role of the declaration, it also allocate memory to that. It also allocates memory for that variable, slash function. Is even going to do that. So you can give a note and you can write, it means variable definition is superset of variable declaration. So therefore we can think definition. So therefore we can think of declaration. Therefore we can think of definition as a superset of the declaration. So in definition, both declaration and definition is going to happen. In declaration, only declaration will happen. Okay. Now you might be thinking, sir, by this whatever we have done, by this we are seeing only that how variable declaration and definition is going to happen. But now how to do variable declaration only. We have seen whatever example we have seen, it was having both the definition and declaration, Now I am saying how to declare a variable. Now how to declare a variable, if I'll ask you that how to declare a variable, then how you can say. So now the question is, how could how we could declare a variable, declare a variable how we could you can comment how we could declare a c variable without data type varname. No, data only by data type a varname it will not work. How we could declare a variable c variable without defining it. I'm saying without defining it, because whenever you are writing just int x, then you are also, if you are writing int x, then you are also doing declaration as well as definition, because by default it is taking the storage class as auto, and it will have the, by default it will have some storage, means some storage as well as the some by default value it will have. Now if you want to declare a c variable without defining it, then you have to use the keyword extern. Extern is another, see, extern means you can do that by using the storage class extern. By auto you will not able to do, by register you will not able to do, by static also you will not able to do. Only by using the extern class you can able to only declare. So you have to write before that extern. If you are writing extern int var, then it is only a then it is only a declaration, not a definition. So here it is saying here an integer type, variable, called var has been has been has been declared Remember, no storage. So if you will do var equal to 10, it will give a error. Because no storage is there. Only declaration. Okay, you are only saying that var is a variable of int type whose storage class is extern. Okay, so remember, no definition. No definition means that is no memory allocation. No memory. That is a very important question. No memory. That is no memory allocation. For var so far. Okay. So this way you can only declare a value. So declare a variable. Okay. So it is a variable. Now this is the extern type. Storage class is extern. Okay, so this is storage class is extern. Now extern is having some property. Extern storage class is having some property. Extern storage. See, storage class I will explain later also. I have told you, just to make you understand this topic, I require some basic knowledge of the storage class. So its by default value is your 0. It will take by default as 0. And here you can do initialization, and here you can declare by using the extern. We can declare that we have seen, we can declare by using the keyword extern. And third thing is that definition of extern variable should be always outside of all the function. It's very important. It's very important. So you can only give the definition of extern variable should be always outside of all the function. Means you have to give the definition of extern variable outside of all the function that is in your main program. You have to give the definition outside of all the functions. Okay, now see, the main thing is here that the main problem that even faculties use, that they say that global variable is not the problem of the student. It's the concept that faculties has given. They always says extern variable, like global variable. So global, there is nothing you will see, no word you will say in the Dennis Ritchie book as global. Okay, it's the extern variable. Whatever you have learned about global variable, it is not the global. It is the exact name of this variable is the extern variable. Whenever you are saying that it is a global variable, it means it is extern variable. Externs means it is extending the visibility. Why it is having a name extern? Why it is having a name extern? Because extern variable extends the visibility. Extern variable, every word in C is having a reason. Extern variable is having a name, having a name extern, because it extends the visibility, visibility of the variable or function. It will extend the. Okay, now means how it will extend, I will explain that one. Okay, now even we have seen auto. Why the name is auto? Okay, so it is having a name auto because auto variables come into existence when we call the function. When we call the function, in that, if it is having, like if you are having a main, then if you are having a main function, main, let's assume some function f1, it is having some variable int x. So when you will call this function from main, if you are calling, let's assume from main you are calling f1, f1. So when you are calling main, then from main you will call f1, f1 will be called. Here x will be in the stack, it will be x, and when its execution will over, it will get deleted. So the name of this variable is auto because it's come into existence automatically when the function is called, and it will automatically get deleted when the function is finished. Okay, that's why it is having a name auto. That's why. Okay, so and even auto variable is called as local variable. Extern, they say as a, many people use global, and auto use as a local. So each local variable, see, each local variable, each local variable, each local variable in a function, in a function, in a function comes into existence only when the, only when the function is called, only when the function is called. When you are going to call that function, it will come into existence and disappear, and disappear, and disappears when the function, and disappear when the function is, when the function is executed. Okay, that is why such variable, that is why, that is why such variable, that is why such variables are usually known as, usually known as automatic variable, usually known as automatic, automatic variable. Okay, but this is not the case in case of a static variable. We will see a static variable also, we will see a static variable also. Okay, so you write that, first you write that. So you have seen that each local variable in a function come into existence only when the function is called, and disappear only when the function is executed. That's why we call it's a automatic variable. And even we have seen the extern. Why we call it extern? Because it extends the visibility, because it will act as a global variable. Now you have seen that if you are writing before a variable, you can write, if you will write extern before any variable, okay, before any data type, then it will be only a declaration, not a definition. No memory allocation is going to happen. Now if you want to define that, if you want to define that, now let's assume you are having some function, you are having, uh, so you write, also we have write the visibility extern keyword. Now see, now this you have seen. Now see the next one. I'm writing the code where it is, that code is good, so I have written for you people. So int, another code, by this it will be how we will do the definition. Int main, okay, int main, you are having void. You have even see what is the difference between empty and void. Now if I'm writing here extern int var, then it is only a declaration. Now you have to give the definition. How you give the definition? Outside of every, you have to give like int var. Okay, you have to give like this, or you, if you want to give initialization, you can give some initialization also. So this is the definition, this is the definition of extern, of extern variable, extern variable, and this is the declaration. You are saying just it is a variable of integer type whose data type is extern, whose data type is extern. Okay, whose data type is extern. Now you need a definition. In definition, you have to give the data type, and the name of the variable. So by default it will take the garbage value. So now if you'll print here, if you'll printf, if you can run this code. No, in last we're taking as a garbage value because that time it is a auto class, but now it's a external class. So by default, if we'll print now, if we'll print, it will give the output as 0. You can run this code in your compiler, you will see that you are going to get a output as 0. Why? Because you are saying that var is now a external type variable. It's a storage class is going to extern, so it will take by default value as 0. So even declaration, see how the code will run, how code will run. It will go from, it will start, you know that any program starts its execution, any program starts its execution from main. So first it will see extern int var. Okay, fine, it's in that it is a declaration. Now it will check whether it is having a definition or not. So it will see yes, it is having a definition as well. Now it will run this code, and when you will print that, it will give the garbage value as 0. Okay, it will print the garbage value as 0. Now this is one way you have declared a external variable. This is where declaration and definition you have done separately. Now another way, now another example, where you are writing int var, and you're calling a function int main. See here you are writing int var only. So this is a both. See, if you are declaring this way, if you are doing the declaration above the function, you know that this is the definition. You know, see, if you are writing int var only, then this is a definition of external variable. It means var is a, it means here var is a external variable. It means here var is a external variable. It means here var is a external variable, and it is both declaration, it is both declaration and definition. It is both declaration and definition. So if you will print that, if you will print just var, if you will print, you check in your compiler, if you will print this, you will get an output of 0. Now if you will initialize, means assignment, you do some assignment, not initialization, you do some assignment with 10. Now again you print. Now it will get assigned with new value, that is, because you know that external variable definition will always occur outside of every function. This you should remember. You should not forget this one. Definition of external variable should be always outside of all function. Inside a function, you never able to give the definition of external variable. You have to give the definition of external variable outside of every function, So whenever you are writing like this outside of any function, that variable, before you people were saying that it is a global variable. No, there is no term global variable. It's a external variable. Whenever you are saying that's a global, it means it's external variable. It's external variable. It means where is external variable, and it's both declaration and definition. Okay, so it will compile correctly. Now see the next one. Now this you have given. Now next example you will see with code we will see. Now next example. Now you are writing extern int var, and what is it? You are writing extern means it is a declaration only. It is a declaration only. It is not a definition. It is a declaration only. Now if you are writing int main code void so and return 0, so this will not give any problem. You are not using this variable, you are just declaring. So no story is there. So you are not even, you have not given the definition. Fine. So it will compile correctly, and it will not give any error. Okay, it will not, because it's a declaration only. You have not used the variable var. So before using the variable var, you have to give the definition. So before using external variable, we are bound to give the definition. We are bound to give the definition we are bound to give the definition of extern variable. But if you are not using that, no need to give. We are bound to give the definition of extern variable. We are bound to give. Okay. So here we are not giving. Here we are not using that. Here we are just declaring that there is a variable of extern type. So it will not give any error. So you can write. You can check all these things. You can check in your compiler. Okay. So you are going to learn many things, many new things you are going to learn that I have already told you. So ये सब पहले से आता था आप लोगों को? बताइए, कमेंट कीजिएगा कैसा लग रहा है सेशन. हाउ दिस सेशन इज गोइंग ऑन, प्लीज कमेंट. दिस प्रोग्राम, जब हम लोग कुछ नया पढ़ते हैं, जब जानते हैं चीजें तो भी नया पढ़ते हैं तो अच्छा लगता है. So how you people are feeling since you are learning the new things in C? This program is compiled successfully. Okay. Now see the next example. Now next example I want answer from you people, because now I have explained you the things. Now I want the answer from you people, that whether it will compile successfully, whether it will give error or not. If you've understood the things, then you will able to answer that. Now tell me, what is the analysis of this? You have declared it, but you have not defined it. Before defining, you are giving an assignment. You are doing an assignment. So before doing the assignment, you have to define that. So you have to write int var. Okay. So this program throws an error. This program throws an error. This program throws an error in compilation. एक्सटर्न में मेमोरी एलोकेट होती है या नहीं? हाँ, होती है एक्सटर्न में मेमोरी एलोकेशन, लेकिन सिर्फ आप इफ यू विल राइट सिर्फ एक्सटर्न आप इस तरह लिखेंगे, इफ आप सिर्फ एक्सटर्न इस तरह लिखेंगे तो मेमोरी एलोकेशन नहीं होगा ना. ये सिर्फ क्या हो गया, डिक्लेरेशन हो गया. ये सिर्फ डिक्लेरेशन हो गया, एक्सटर्न इंट वैर सिर्फ डिक्लेरेशन हो गया. अगर आपको इसको ये अगर डेफिनेशन अगर इसको करेक्ट करना है तो आपको इंट वैर इस तरह लिखना होगा. यहाँ पे इंट वैर, ये हो गया आपका डेफिनेशन. ठीक है, ये आपका डेफिनेशन मैं नेक्स्ट कोड में लिख दूंगा. आपको डेफिनेशन देना पड़ेगा. जब भी आपको वेरिएबल यूज करने से पहले उसका डिक्लेरेशन डेफिनेशन दोनों होना चाहिए. तो आपने सिर्फ डिक्लेरेशन दिया कि वेरिएबल एक, मतलब डिक्लेरेशन में क्या होता है, सिर्फ बताते हैं. देखिए कैसा बोल सकते हैं, डिक्लेरेशन में तो आप सिर्फ बताते हैं कि वैर एक वेरिएबल है जो इंटीजर टाइप का है और उसका स्टोरेज क्लास क्या है, एक्सटर्न. लेकिन इसमें डिक्लेरेशन में तो मेमोरी एलोकेशन होता ही नहीं है, मतलब कोई ब्लॉक बना ही नहीं है मेमोरी क्लास, मतलब हमारे मेमोरी में. तो आप उसमें 10 कैसे एलोकेट करेंगे, तो एरर तो देगा ही. आप असाइनमेंट कर रहे हैं बिना मेमोरी बनाए तो एरर देगा. तो अगर आप वो नहीं करना, अगर आप सही करना चाहते हैं तो पहले इसे डेफिनेशन भी कीजिए. तो डेफिनेशन के लिए इंट वैर लिखिए, तो डेफिनेशन हो जाएगा, एक ब्लॉक बन जाएगा जिसमें मेमोरी पहले असाइनमेंट हो जाएगा 0. कैसे काम होगा, अगर आप यहाँ इंट वैर करेंगे, एक्सटर्न है तो बाय डिफॉल्ट स्टोरेज इसका बाय डिफॉल्ट वैल्यू विल बी 0, सो इट विल टेक 0. then it will execute the code and it will see that var is equal to 10 and it will write as 10. Now if you print, you will get the answer as 10. Okay, because var in compilation, because var is declared but not defined anywhere, डिफाइंड तुम किए ही नहीं, बट नॉट डिफाइंड एनीवेयर. ठीक है, इसलिए एरर देगा. चलिए, अब हमने आई हैव इवन टोल्ड यू दैट इट एक्सटेंड्स द विजिबिलिटी. कैसे विजिबिलिटी एक्सटेंड करता है? सो अगर आप यहाँ पे एक फाइल बनाए, एक फाइल, ठीक है, फाइल हमारे गेट सिलेबस में नहीं है. So just समझ लीजिए एक फाइल है, some file dot h. You assume that we are having some file where you are writing int var is equal to 20. See, when you are writing int var equal to 20, it means it is It is definition. It is definition. Okay, it is going to your, it is going to your definition. Okay, so it is your definition. Now, why I'm saying it's a definition, because you are in where, and you are giving 20 as a assignment also, you are initialization also you are doing here, so as well, that's why it is happening definition also. Okay, now you are including in your code, include some file, some file dot h. Now you are writing extern, you are including that, you are including some file dot h in your code, you are including that, means definition you are including. Now extern int var, now here you are giving the declaration. Since you are using the variable var, which is a extern type, which is in some other file, which is in some other file, it is in some other file. Okay, and now you want to use that variable in your function, then whichever variable you want to use in your file, you have to give the declaration of that. This is the declaration of your variable. Now you can use, now you can use that, now you can use that. Now you are again assigning, assignment you are giving, you are giving var equal to 10, you are returning return 0. So you print here var, it will give the output. First you print var, first you print, first you print here printf percentage d var. So it will give first output as you 20. Now again change it to var into 10. Now printf, now printf percentage d var is going to your 10, going to your 10. So it is going to become 2010. Okay, it's going to become 2010. Or if you want to in new line, give slash n, give slash n, so it will be 10 in the next. Now you can return 0. Okay, that's why we say that extern extends the visibility. You have used that extern variable in some other file. Now you are having some variable in extern, in this file you are having the definition of that. Okay, definition of that. Now you want to use that in some file dot, so you have declared that, you have declared it. Now if I'll say that I want to use that function, I want to use that in some other program also, so again you have to include, again you have to include some file, some file dot h. See, by this I am going to conclude something. Okay, so please pay attention. I have given the definition in one file, I have created one file, I have given the definition of extern variable here, it is having assignment as well 20. Now I want to use that code in this program, I have included that file. Okay, this way I can include that file. Now I want to again use that variable, again I want to again use that variable where, so what I will do, I will again include that file, include some file dot h. Now if I want to use, now if I want to use that variable, so whichever, in whichever program you want to use that variable, it should have the declaration of that, it should have the declaration of that. So let's assume, let's program name it p2c, its name is p1.c, and you are extending the visibility. See, you are using the same variable var in the program p1 as well as in the program p2 as well as in the program p2. Now it is having int main, int main, here it is going to have void, and here you are going to assign var equal to, so again also you do, again here also you print var, you print, again here also you print var, then var is going to your here 20. So now printf. So by this we can conclude something, we can conclude something. See, return 0. So here I make it as 30. Okay, because there I have made as 20, so I should change, I'm just doing some changes. Okay, so this kind of output questions they can ask in your gate as well. So your output is going to first 10, then I'm giving here new line, and you're going to get 20 here. So I should give new line here, okay. Fine. So 20, then 10 here, 10, 10, then 30, 10, then 30. Okay, in this way. So you are seeing that whenever you want to use the external variable var in the any program, you are just giving a declaration. Here you have done one declaration, here you have done another declaration, but definition is only one. Definition is only one. So by this you can conclude that variable declaration will be n number of time, but definition is going to be only one. Okay, but definition is going to be only one. Is it clear to all of you? How we can say that? Because if you are declaring string variable in some file and you want to use that variable in some different file, so you have to, if you want to use any variable, you have to give the declaration of that first. Means you have to let the compiler know that var is a variable of external type. So you have included the definition also, you are using that. Now in the another program P2, you are using the external variable, again you have to give the declaration. So in any program, if you want to use any variable, you have to give the declaration of that variable. You have to give the declaration of that variable. You are extending that. So that's why we say that external variable extends the visibility of a program as well. So this is get extended. Okay. So by this we can conclude that by these we can conclude that. Is it clear to all of you? Please let me know. By this we can conclude that variable declaration, by this we can conclude that variable declaration can be done. It's very important, it's very important. By this we can conclude that variable declaration can be done in number of times, but variable definition will be done only once. Okay, it's not going to be done in number of times. So if anyone having any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, so not latest ebook, the NCC, the Dennis Ritchie. Okay, so whatever point I am giving, it's the reference from the book Dennis Ritchie. Okay, so next example you see, and you people tell me what is going to be that. External int var is equal to 0, int main. You tell me whether this program will run fine, what will be the output, of that. बताइए क्या होगा आउटपुट? अगर पहले बताइए वेदर इट्स दिस इज करेक्ट और पहले आपको बताना है कि ये प्रोग्राम करेक्ट है कि नहीं, एरर देगा कि नहीं देगा, पहले ये बताइए. वेदर इट इज एरर फ्री और नॉट, फर्स्ट लेट टेल मी whether it is correct or not. Extern int var is going to be 0, int main is the main function, inbuilt function. It is int extern int var, you are giving 0. So it is both declaration, because whenever you give the assignment, it is both, it will be both. It is both declaration as well as a definition. So it is both declaration as well as the definition. It is both declaration as well as the definition. Why definition? Because you are saying that it is a var of type int and whose storage class is external, and even assigning. So while declaring any variable, see my what I am saying. While declaring any variable, if you give the assignment, then it will be both then it will be definition as well. Then it will be definition as well. So when you will print that, it will give the output 0, then give a new line there, then you will get the output 10. Then you will get the output 10. Okay. So now write the analysis. So here comes another surprise, another surprise from C standard, from C standard, that they say that they say that if a variable, they say that if a variable is only declared and an initialization or initializer is also provided, is also provided is also provided with that declaration, then the memory then the memory then the memory then the memory for that variable then the memory for that variable will be allocated, and the memory for that variable will be, that is that variable that variable will be considered as defined. So please write it down. Therefore, as per the CE standard, as per the CE standard, this program, this program, this program will compile successfully. Fine. Now we will conclude whatever we have studied. Now the conclusion of variable declaration and definition. Okay, now the conclusion. So the difference between variable declaration and definition, we have seen everything. Now we are going to conclude. So a declaration can be done. So point one, a declaration can be done any number of times, but definition, this is very important because in your placement, this is a favorite question of campus placement. A declaration can be done any number of times, but definition only once. But definition is going to only once. Extern keyword is used to extend the visibility, visibility is used to extend the visibility of variable or function. When extern is used with a variable, when extern is used with a variable, it's only declaration, it's only declared, not defined. It's not going to define. Now next, as an exception, when an external variable is declared, with initialization, this is an exception. When an external variable is declared initialization, with initialization, it is taken as the definition of the variable as well. Okay, done. So your variable declaration and definition is done. Now we will see some code. Guarantee 2 marks questions you are going to get in your GATE exam. Guarantee 2 marks is fixed in your GATE exam. They will ask. So of some note we will do for storage class. We have seen the declaration definition. Some point we will see about the storage class. I will teach you storage class later also. So for automatic, let me write. So there are some rules that we should know. So I have told you that uh, an alternative. You have seen that auto variables comes into existence when function comes, and it will not able to retain the value. It will not able to retain the value. It was going when the function get over, it is not able to retain the value. So we are having an alternative of that. See what I have taught you, that automatic variables come into existence. Automatic variable come into existence with the function innovate with the function invocation. So when function will be called, automatic variable come into existence. Automatic variables comes and go comes and go with it's a guaranteed 2 marks. Okay, we are having an alternative of that, that is a static variable comes and go with the comes and go with function invocation. Function invocation दे इट्स वेरी स्टैटिक से तो एक क्वेश्चन फिक्स ही है. स्टैटिक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. स्टोरेज क्लास में स्टैटिक सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है. आज का सेशन में से आपको 2 नंबर का क्वेश्चन गेट में मिलेगा ही मिलेगा. ठीक है, गारंटी बोल रहा हूं. So automatic variables comes and go with function invocation. They do not retain their values. They do not retain their values from one call to the next. So एक कॉल से दूसरे कॉल तक वो अपने वैल्यू को रिटेन नहीं करते. देखिए एग्जांपल लेंगे अभी, वन कॉल से दूसरे कॉल तक अपने वैल्यू को रिटेन नहीं करते. एंड सो डोंट वरी, आई विल कवर. It must be explicitly set upon each entry. If it's very important, okay, if they are not set, they will contain garbage. That we have seen. Now we are having an alternative. So let me first explain that. I am taking one example. See here, it's saying that automatic variables comes and go with function invocation. They do not retain their value from one call to next call. If you call now, then next you are again calling, and must be explicitly set upon each entry. Okay, so means in every call you have to, it will come into existence and it will leave the value. I will give the one. You write, I will give one example. It is very good example. So this include studio shortage void increment. I am defining, this is the declaration of a function increment. Okay, so this is the declaration of a function. Now void main. Now I will call increment. This again increment, again increment, again increment, again increment, again increment. 3 times it's enough. I'm calling 3 times increment. Okay, now the definition of increment, void increment. So it is having auto int I equal to 1. Now I am giving printf percentage d slash n I, then I am doing I equal to I plus 1. Now tell me what is the output you will give. This is the example which I wants to explain you. See, auto variable is saying auto variable come and go with function invocation. It will come when function will call, it will go when function will exit it. They do not retain their value. It is not going to retain their value from one call to next call. So if you are calling one by one to the same function, it will not able to retain that, and must be explicitly set upon each entry, and upon each entry it should be set some value. If they are not set, they will take garbage. Okay, now this is your function where I have you are having a declaration increment. This is a main function you are calling increment. Okay, so you called increment auto int I is equal to 1. Now you are printing percentage d I, so I is your 1, I is your 1. So how it will work, see, it will call main. So this is whenever function call will happen, an activation record get created. Activation record is the that you assume as a stack. Okay, that a stack will get activation record. It is called, the technical term is activation record. You term think as a stack. So main is called main, from main you are executing. You are executing. You are calling from one. This is line 2. This is line 3. So you call the function increment. So you called increment. Now auto int 1. You call increment. The function increment is called. So auto is there. It will be in the int I equal to 1. Then you are doing the printf I. So you printed I. Then I is going to become I equal to I plus 1. That is I is 2. Okay. Now function is over. So it will get finished. Now increment is over. That because see, that's why I'm saying that is an auto variable. It comes into existence when function is called, and it will get finished when function is exited. It will be 1 1 1. It will be 1 1 1. Then again increment will call, again one activation record will come, again I is going to become 1, again you are going to print 1, again increment 2, again finished, again come back, return to main, again increment will call, again increment will call, again same thing will happen, I equal to 1, then 2, it will print 1, again come back. So this is the auto variable. It will not able to retain. See, that's why I have written. It's do not retain their value from their one call to next call. It will not able to retain. So it will come and go with function invocation. It will come and go with function invocation. They do not retain their value from one call to next, and must be explicitly set upon each entry. See, I am setting explicitly I equal to 1 upon each entry. So very good. So the alternative of that auto variable is the static variable. Is the static variable. So that, so as an alternative, because it is not able to retain. If you want to retain the value, then what you are going to use is static variable. So as an alternative, as an alternative to auto variable, as an alternative to automatic variable, as an alternative to our automatic variables, it is possible to define, it is possible to define it's possible to define variables that are external to all functions. See, that are external, it is going to be external, not internal, that are going to be external to all functions. So that are external to all function, that are going to external to all functions, that is variable that can be accessed by name. That is in static it will be, yeah, correct, I will give that. So let me write the, so are external to all function, that is variables, that can be, that is variable that can be accessed, that is variable that can be accessed by name, by any function, by name, by any function. Okay. So we require external variables, and furthermore external variable, furthermore you write this point. Okay, this point will be important because later if you take the if you revise, these things will be important, because furthermore, because external variable, it's very important, variables external variables remain in existence. Remain, it is not going to go out, it is going to be remain in existence, remain in existence permanently, rather than appearing and disappearing, as function are called and exited. So whether it is called or exited, it will be permanently. It will be in existence. Exited. Their values even after the function. So after the function's return, then also it will be in existence. Functions that set them have returned. Even after the function has returned, it will be in existence. So whenever your auto variable is called, it is in the stack. So its storage is in the stack, in the memory, and its access is within the scope. What is the scope? Within the block where it is declared, but it is not in the case of static. Okay, and as well as the external. Okay, so alternative we have seen external, which is going to be external. Okay, so an external variable, so we require an external variable. So an external variable must be defined that, okay, so external we have seen. Now we are saying external. So static also we will see. External and static both is going to be global only. So what will be the difference between external and static, we will see. Okay, so now see one code. Okay, with one code it will be more clear. See what I have told you here. As an alternative to automatic variable, static is there as well as the external is there. It is possible to define variable that is external to all the function. Okay, that is variable that can be accessed by the name by any function, by only its name, that we have seen external. And furthermore, external variable remaining existence permanently. It is going to be existence permanently, whether whichever function is assigning some value and disappearing, it is not based on that. Okay, I will tell you where the storage is going to happen for the external. Okay, now see you have seen that. Now with the code I will explain one thing. External का फिर लास्ट में एक चार्ट बताएंगे कि कहाँ स्टोरेज क्या है कैसे सब बताएंगे. ठीक है, सो जैसे एक कोड देखते हैं. यहाँ एक कोड है, मैंने यहाँ लिखा है हैज इंक्लूड studio.h. So here I am writing int max. Now it tell me whether max is external variable or which variable. You are having char line here, max. Let's assume here you write as 1000. Here you write as 1000. Okay. Now here you write char longest. So this is the code I am taking from the NCC, the Dennis Ritchie book. Okay. In this code I will explain you something. And there is one function in get line, void, and void copy. Void means return type is what? See, this is the header file you have declared. Now int max, all these are the external variable. And since you are writing outside of all the function you are writing, so it is both declaration as well as the definition. So sorry, it is the definition, it is the definition, it is the definition. Okay, it is the definition, it is the definition of external variable. So that variable you call as a, this is the definition of external variable. Okay, this is also same, this is also same, and this is also same. So this is a function. Okay, now whichever, you know that whichever function wants to use that, whichever function wants to use that, you what you do. So let me write about main. Okay, about main. If main wants to use, if main wants to use that variable max, so what you have done, you have directly used max equal to 10. But the exact definition says that if you want to use the external variable, if you want to use the external variable, then you should define, declare that variable in that function. This is the external variable. You want to use that. You want to use this external variable in your function. Then how? Then your function should know the declaration of that. So you have to write external int max. You have to write external int max. External. Before using that, you have to make your function know that this is a variable of type this. So this is your declaration and this is your definition. Now definition you have given the above. Previously I have given below. Okay, external char longest. So I'm not interested in the code. I'm just showing this. Okay, this, and later some code is there. Later let's assume some code is there. But in your I think that till your programming classes or till now, whether you are in first year or second year, I don't think so that you have, after writing this, you have declared extern. Without writing extern also it was working fine. Okay, that it was taking implicitly, okay, see what I mean to say you that, see, extern says that an external variable, an extern say that external variable, an external variable must be defined. You know that an external variable must be defined exactly once, outside of all function. So it is going to define outside of all function. That's why its memory is going to be aside. Okay, means अलग, इसका memory का location अलग जगह होता है. कहाँ पे? ये stack में memory यहाँ allocate नहीं होगा. इसका memory allocation data segment में होता है. data segment, क्यों data segment में होता है? क्योंकि ये कहीं किसी मेमोरी, किसी फंक्शन के अंदर ये डिक्लेयर होता ही नहीं है. सॉरी, डिफाइन हम करते ही नहीं है. हम तो डिफाइन करते हैं सिर्फ फंक्शन के बाहर, जहां डेफिनेशन में ही तो मेमोरी एलोकेशन होगा ना. देखिए यहां पे ध्यान दीजिए, वी आर ऑलवेज गोइंग टू डिफाइन द एक्सटर्नल वेरिएबल outside of all the function. So that's why it is going to take the memory of external variable aside. Okay, not in the stack, not in the stack. This is very important. This is very important. An external variable must be defined exactly once outside of all function. This set aside, see, many, if you are having doubt about aside, aside means alag, aside storage for it means different storage you are going to it, not in the stack. Okay, it is going to have aside memory for it, and it is saying that this is the first point that I have already told you, and that because of that it is going to have a storage in the data segment part, not in the stack. Okay, I will give the chart at last. Now Second thing is that the variable, the second point, it is saying that the variable must also be declared. The variable must also be declared. It should be declared in each function. That the variable must also be declared in each function. In each function you have to declare which is going to use that wants to access that. Okay, that wants to access that. So if a variable wants to access it, it have to declare that variable in that function. This states the type of that variable. So why we require? Because it states the type of the variable. This states the type of the variable. It is going to state the type of the variable. So why we require the declaration of external variable in all the function? Because it is going to state the type of the variable. Okay, and you know that the declaration, how we are going to do the declaration? By using the keyword external. So that we also know that the declaration must be explicit external statement or maybe implicit from the context. See, explicit I have told you. Now I will explain you implicit. See, explicit means होता है अपने खुद लिखे हैं, जैसे बता रहे हैं कि एक्सप्लिसिट मतलब फोर्सफुली, जैसे अब इम्प्लिसिट मतलब ऑटोमेटिकली ले लिया वो, ठीक है ना। तो इम्प्लिसिट एक्सप्लिसिट मैं बहुत बार यूज करने जाऊंगा इस टर्म में, क्योंकि यहां बहुत यूज होता है। सो द डिक्लेरेशन मे बी, तो डिक्लेरेशन क्या हो सकता है? डिक्लेरेशन मे बी एन एक्सप्लिसिट, डिक्लेरेशन मे बी एन एक्सप्लिसिट एक्सटर्नल स्टेटमेंट। एक्सप्लिसिट आपने देखे कैसे करते हैं, एक्सटर्नल स्टेटमेंट और मे बी इम्प्लिसिट, और मे बी इम्प्लिसिट फ्रॉम, और इम्प्लिसिट होगा फ्रॉम कॉन्टेक्स्ट, ठीक है। तो यहां पे आपको बोल रहे हैं कि आपको जब भी कोई फंक्शन में आपको एक्सटर्नल वेरिएबल यूज करना है, अगर आप किसी फंक्शन में इफ यू आर गोइंग टू यूज द एक्सटर्नल वेरिएबल इन एनी ऑफ द फंक्शन, okay, if you want to use the external variable in any of the function, then you have to give the declaration of that variable. The declaration may be explicit statement or may be implicit. You have to give the declaration. Okay, see, now see the code here. It is a definition of an external variable. Here this function wants to use, so you have given the declaration, okay. Now see, now you can even, if you want to, this is the case. Now हम लोग क्या करते हैं, हम लोग जब भी डेफिनेशन अबव द कोड लिखते हैं, मेन के ऊपर जब भी लिखते हैं, तो ये डिक्लेरेशन हम लोग नहीं देते हैं, तब भी वो एक्सटर्न रहता है। क्यों? वो बाय डिफॉल्ट उसको एक्सटर्न ले लेता है, बाय डिफॉल्ट एक्सटर्न। तो ये क्या है? ये हो गया एक्सप्लिसिट डिक्लेरेशन, ये हो गया आपका एक्सप्लिसिट एक्सटर्न डिक्लेरेशन हो गया, ये हो गया एक्सप्लिसिट एक्सटर्न डिक्लेरेशन। और अगर आप एक्सटर्न नहीं लिखेंगे तो इम्प्लिसिट हो जाए, ओके, तो इम्प्लिसिट हो जाए, ठीक है। तो यहां पे क्या है, इसीलिए आपका कोड सही हो जाता था, तो द एक्सटर्नल वेरिएबल इन मेन आर डिफाइंड इन द फर्स्ट लाइन ऑफ द कोड, ओके। सो आप लिख लीजिए ये, द एक्सटर्नल वेरिएबल, the external variables in main are defined। बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। क्यों ऐसा होता है? देखिए, आपको कॉन्सेप्ट, इफ योर कॉन्सेप्ट विल बी गुड एंड इफ इट इज ए in a proper way, then if I will modify the question also, so you will able to answer. So for that I need to give the detailed knowledge। देखिए, मुझे इस क्लास में बहुत डिटेल में जाऊंगा, ठीक है, तो जाना होगा हमें, तो इसके लिए थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा, इट विल रिक्वायर सम टाइम, बट आफ्टर लर्निंग द ऑल द कॉन्सेप्ट फ्रॉम मी, यू विल एबल टू आंसर ऑल द क्वेश्चंस, आई कैन गारंटी, ओके। तो कितना भी मॉडिफाई कोई करे, आप आंसर कर लोगे, ठीक है। द एक्सटर्नल वेरिएबल इन मेन are defined by the first line, see, in above, by the first lines of the code, which states their type and cause storage, so जो which state their type and cause storage to be allocated for them। so जो उसके लिए स्टोरेज और ये सब किया। now syntactically external definition are just like, आपने देखे syntactically इंपॉर्टेंट है, ये लिख लिए है ना? इज इट डन दिस वन? सिंटैक्टिकली external definitions are just like definitions of local variable. जैसे local variable को आप define करते हैं, it is going to be same, but the difference, but since they occur but since they occur outside of function, functions, the variables are external. इसलिए वेरिएबल क्या है? एक्सटर्नल है. देखिए इसका डेफिनेशन कैसे होता है? सिंथेटिकली एक्सटर्नल डेफिनेशन आर जस्ट लाइक द डेफिनेशन ऑफ लोकल वेरिएबल. जैसे लोकल वेरिएबल का डेफिनेशन होता है वैसे ही एक्सटर्नल वेरिएबल का डेफिनेशन होता है. सिंथेटिकली एक्सटर्नल वेरिएबल डेफिनेशन आर जस्ट लाइक द डेफिनेशन ऑफ लोकल वेरिएबल, सेम जैसे डेफिनेशन होता है लोकल वेरिएबल. बट सिंस दे ऑकर आउटसाइड ऑफ फंक्शन, ये क्या होता है? आउटसाइड द फंक्शन, द वेरिएबल्स आर एक्सटर्नल, इसलिए वो एक्सटर्नल होता है. ठीक है. So before a function can use an external variable, the name of the variable must be made known to the function. फंक्शन को हमें उसका नाम देना पड़ता है. सो बिफोर ए फंक्शन कैन यूज एन एक्सटर्नल वेरिएबल अगर उसे यूज करना है, बिफोर ए फंक्शन कैन यूज एन एक्सटर्नल वेरिएबल, द नेम ऑफ द वेरिएबल मस्ट बी मेड नोन टू द फंक्शन. वी हैव टू मेक इट नोन टू द फंक्शन. So one way we have give the declaration. So one way to do this is to write external declaration in the function, the declaration. So one way to do this is to write an external declaration, in the function. Okay, the definition is same before except the. So one way to do this is to write an external declaration in the function. So the declaration, I have shown you this declaration. The declaration is the same as before. जैसे होता है वैसे ही, except for the added keyword extern. इसमें क्या होता है? हमें एक वर्ड extern कीवर्ड हमें ऐड करना पड़ता है. Okay, so we have to just add the keyword extern. अब देखिए that what you people do, that I am going to write. In certain circumstances, what you people do, you give the extern declaration can be omitted. You can omit the extern declaration. In which circumstances you can omit the extern declaration? In certain, it is very important. It's very important. In certain circumstances, the extern declaration can be omitted. The extern declaration can be omitted. Means you can erase that. Okay, just like here, here they are saying that for every function you have to, if you are going to use a external variable, then you have to give a declaration in that function. But in certain circumstances you can omit that declaration. Now what can be that circumstances? If the definition of an external variable occurs, of an external variable, if the definition of an external variable occurs in the source file, before its use in a particular function. Before its use, if its definition occur, then it is not required to give the declaration in the function. ओके, मतलब आपने डेफिनेशन उसके यूज होने से पहले ही दे दिए. इफ द डेफिनेशन ऑफ द एक्सटर्न वेरिएबल ऑकर्स इन द सोर्स फाइल, आपने डिक्लेरेशन दे दिए, डेफिनेशन दे दिए एक्सटर्न वेरिएबल का सोर्स फाइल में, जहां आप उसको यूज करें उससे पहले ही दे दिए. इफ द डेफिनेशन ऑफ एन एक्सटर्नल वेरिएबल ऑकर्स, डेफिनेशन if it is occurs in the source file before its use its definition occurs before in a particular function, then you can omit the declaration. ठीक है, जैसे आपने यहां पे लिखे थे, यहां पे आप इसको omit भी कर सकते हैं. यहां आपको रिक्वायर्ड नहीं है इसको डिक्लेरेशन देने का, आप इसे omit भी कर सकते हैं. इज इट क्लियर? क्योंकि आपने डेफिनेशन एक्सटर्न का कहां दिए, ऊपर दिए. यूज करने से पहले अगर डेफिनेशन है तो आप उसको डिक्लेयर नहीं भी करेंगे फंक्शन में तो चल जाएगा. क्लियर है? See, it is saying in certain circumstances the extern declaration can be omitted. कुछ circumstances में extern declaration आप हटा सकते हैं. कब? अगर डेफिनेशन एक्सटर्न वेरिएबल का ओकर हो रहा है सोर्स फाइल में, जहां पे उसके यूज होने से पहले अगर आप उसका डेफिनेशन दे दिए, यूज कर रहे हैं आप एक्सटर्न वेरिएबल को यूज कर रहे हैं, यूज करने से पहले आप नहीं सोर्स फाइल में उसको डेफिनेशन दे दिए, तो आपको उसका डिक्लेरेशन नहीं देना. इसीलिए इसको हम ग्लोबल बोलते हैं, इसीलिए हम इसे ग्लोबल बोलते हैं. ठीक है, तो कहां हमें डिक्लेरेशन देना है, कहां हमें नहीं देना है, आई थिंक इट इज क्लियर नाउ. ओके, सो तो कॉमन प्रैक्टिस क्या है जो हम लोग करते हैं, जो प्रोग्राम करते हैं, तो कॉमन प्रैक्टिस हमारा यही रहता है. इनफैक्ट कॉमन प्रैक्टिस इज दैट, इसीलिए हम लोग को ये चीज पता नहीं रहता, हमें कोई बताता ही नहीं है कि वो एक्सटर्न वेरिएबल है, तो हमें कोई बताता ही नहीं है. कॉमन प्रैक्टिस ही हमारा यही रहता है कि हम डेफिनेशन हमेशा ऊपर कर देते हैं. इनफैक्ट कॉमन practice is to place definitions of all the external variables at the, ये हमारा कॉमन प्रैक्टिस है, at the beginning of the source file, and then omit all external declaration, और हम omit कर सकते हैं सारा external declaration. ठीक है, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. And when we are having a file, different file, then also अगर प्रोग्राम डिफरेंट फाइल में रहेगा तो क्या करेंगे, ये देख लिए. इफ द प्रोग्राम इन डिफरेंट फाइल्स, अगर बहुत सारी फाइल्स में है तो क्या करेंगे. इफ द प्रोग्राम, जैसे हमने देखे थे, हम क्या कर रहे थे, देखिए जो हेडर का हम लोग बोलते हैं, हेडर में क्या रहता है, देखिए वहां पे आ रहा है, हेडर में हम लोग फंक्शन का इंक्लूड करते हैं. तो जो हेडर है हमारा, जो हम लोग हैश इंक्लूड studio.h है, उसमें फंक्शंस नहीं रहते हैं, उसमें एक्सटर्न वेरिएबल्स रहते हैं. एक्सटर्न वेरिएबल्स एंड द डिक्लेरेशन, उसमें डेफिनेशन नहीं रहता है, मतलब डेफिनेशन रहेगा एक्सटर्न का रहेगा, फंक्शन का नहीं रहता है. ठीक है, उसी तरह तो इसे मैं लिख देता हूं. इफ द प्रोग्राम, जल्दी से लिख देते हैं, आप लोग लिख लीजिए. इफ द प्रोग्राम इज इन several source file, if in several, अगर अलग अलग source file में है, when several source file and a variable is defined in file 1, अगर वेरिएबल कोई डिफाइंड है हमारा file 1 में and used in file 2, used in file 2 and file 3, then तब हमें एक्सटर्न डिक्लेरेशन देना पड़ेगा। तब हम, क्योंकि फाइल 1 में डेफिनेशन है, if the definition is in the file 1 and if you want to use that variable in file 2 and file 3, then external declaration, तब external declaration needed है, then external declaration are needed in file 2 and file 3 to connect the occurrences of the variable, to connect the occurrences of the variable. अब यूजुअल प्रैक्टिस क्या है हमारा? द यूजुअल प्रैक्टिस नेक्स्ट पॉइंट है। ऐसे तो हम लोगों की यूजुअल प्रैक्टिस क्या है? जैसे यूजुअल प्रैक्टिस हमें इसमें रहता था कि पहले हम लोग इसमें कर लेते थे, इसमें हमारा यूजुअल प्रैक्टिस है, द यूजुअल प्रैक्टिस लिख लिए है ना, ये लिख चुके हैं। अगर किसी ने नहीं लिखेंगे तो वेट बोल दीजिएगा, अगर किसी का बाकी हो तो बोल दीजिएगा, ठीक है ना, क्योंकि मुझे समझ में नहीं आएगा अदरवाइज। द यूजुअल प्रैक्टिस इज टू collect external declaration of variable, is to collect external declaration. See, बोल रहा है declaration. The usual practice is to collect external declaration of variables and functions. तो हम डिक्लेरेशन कहां पे रख रहे हैं? इन्हें सेपरेट फाइल, हम सेपरेट फाइल में रखते हैं डिक्लेरेशन, जिसको हम क्या कहते हैं? हेडर। वही है हमारा हेडर फाइल, उसमें क्या रहेगा? डिक्लेरेशन रहता है। देखिए इंपॉर्टेंट जो यूजुअल प्रैक्टिस है कि कलेक्ट कर लो सर, क्योंकि हर जगह तो डिक्लेयर करना पड़ेगा जिस फंक्शन, अगर दूसरा फाइल में है तो डिक्लेरेशन हम एक फाइल में रख लेते हैं, एक्सटर्नल डिक्लेरेशन ऑफ ए वेरिएबल एंड फंक्शन। और लोडर रहता है, लोडर लिंकर के वे से हम उस फंक्शन को करते हैं, वो आपके सिलेबस में नहीं है, ठीक है। तो अब कभी आपसे पूछा जाए ना कि हेडर फाइल में क्या फंक्शंस रहते हैं, तो फंक्शंस के क्या रहते हैं? डिक्लेरेशन रहते हैं, डेफिनेशन नहीं रहते हैं। इन ए सेपरेट फाइल हिस्टोरिकली कॉल्ड ए हेडर, उसे हम हेडर कहते हैं, called a header that is included. इसे इंक्लूड कैसे करते हैं हम? that is included by as include at the front of each source file. The suffix .h is convention, आपको पता है, is conventional for header name और तो आपको क्या, अगर फाइल 1 में उसका डेफिनेशन है तो आपको जिस प्रोग्राम में आप उसको यूज करते हैं फाइल 2 और फाइल 3 में, तो उसका आपको हमेशा डिक्लेरेशन देना पड़ता उस वेरिएबल का। तो आपने क्या किए? सारा डिक्लेरेशन आपने एक फाइल में रख दिए और उस फाइल को हम स्ट्रिक्टली हेडर करते हैं। तो आपके हेडर फाइल में याद रखिएगा, कभी गलती, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, जब भी आपके प्लेसमेंट में पूछा जाए, ये क्वेश्चंस आपके प्लेसमेंट में पूछा जाता है कि हेडर फाइल में रहता क्या है। हेडर फाइल में सिर्फ फंक्शंस का डिक्लेरेशन और एक्सटर्नल वेरिएबल का डिक्लेरेशन रहता है, डेफिनेशन नहीं रहता है, ठीक है ना। जैसे फंक्शन, जो फंक्शंस है उसका डिक्लेरेशन हेडर फाइल में, तो studio.h में क्या रहता है? उसका क्या रहता है? the functions of the standard library, for example, जो उसका है are declared, इसलिए हम लोग studio.h यूज करते हैं, क्योंकि printf का डिक्लेरेशन, scanf का डिक्लेरेशन सब कहाँ है? इन हेडर in header like studio h, ठीक है, क्लियर है। तो you have seen why we are having a separate memory location for the extern, because we define the extern variable outside of all the function, that's why it's taking a memory aside, अलग memory वो लेते हैं। तो वो जो पार्ट जहां पे लेते हैं उसे हम डेटा सेगमेंट करते हैं, वो स्टैक में नहीं होता है, ठीक है, स्टैक में नहीं होता है। तो आपने क्या क्या आपने वेरिएबल डिक्लेरेशन देख लिए, आपने वेरिएबल डिक्लेरेशन देखे, डेफिनेशन देखे, फिर स्टोरेज क्लास देखे। सो स्टोरेज क्लास में आपका कितने प्रकार के होते हैं, ऑटो होते हैं, आपने ऑटो देखा, एक्सटर्न देखे, और स्टैटिक और रजिस्टर भी देखेंगे, स्टैटिक और रजिस्टर भी हम देखेंगे। थोड़ा सा भी हम बता देते हैं जो देखे, ये सब देखिए, ये मैं आपको पढ़ाऊंगा क्योंकि मुझे ये पढ़ाने के लिए वेरिएबल डिक्लेरेशन डेफिनेशन के लिए मुझे थोड़ा स्टोरेज क्लास का कॉन्सेप्ट आप लोग को बताना जरूरी था, इसलिए मैंने आप लोग को बताया, ठीक है। तो अब जब मैं ये बताया हूं तो कुछ चीजें और बता देते हैं, और ब्रीफ में मतलब इन डिटेल्स वी विल सी लेटर बाद में हम लोग इसके डिटेल्स में देखेंगे। तो ये कहां पे स्टोरेज हो रहा था, इनिशियल वैल्यू क्या था, इनिशियल वैल्यू क्या ले रहा है, स्कोप क्या है, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, बहुत बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। आज का सेशन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, ठीक है, क्योंकि इससे बेसिक क्वेश्चंस भी बहुत आएंगे और गेट में भी क्वेश्चंस है इससे, ठीक है। सो देखिए, ऑटो का स्टोरेज कहां हो रहा था, स्टैक में। ऑटो का स्टोरेज कहां पे है, हमने कहां देखे, स्टैक में। स्टैक का कहां पे होता है, डेटा सेगमेंट। डेटा सेगमेंट मतलब समझ लीजिए बाहर में ग्लोबल वेरिएबल, ये सब जो आप बोलते हैं ग्लोबल वेरिएबल वहां होता है, तो डेटा सेगमेंट एक पार्ट है, ठीक है, वहां पे होते हैं। तो स्टैक में नहीं होते, स्टैटिक भी डेटा सेगमेंट में ही होते हैं, डेटा सेगमेंट। और रजिस्टर जो है ना, रजिस्टर इज ए सीपीयू रजिस्टर, जैसे आपके बोलते हैं दैट यू आर हैविंग सम रजिस्टर, सो ये रजिस्टर स्टोरेज इज सीपीयू रजिस्टर, सीपीयू रजिस्टर। So we generally don't use CPU register, okay, CPU, if you are even declaring, just like if you are declaring that register storage int x, then it is not going to give you a guarantee that x is going to be variable of int, it will give a guarantee that it's a variable of int. But storage, if you are saying that storage class is int, it is compiler dependent. You are saying that programmer is saying that you take this as a storage class as register, but if you are in, if your computer, if you are having 4 register only, then if your register is full, is filled, means not empty, then the CPU will consider this x as auto variable, then it will consider as an auto variable. So we generally don't use register, because register, but the hardware interaction, if you will ask, the hardware interaction, if we, of all these 4 variable, faster you will see in the register, faster you will see in the register, okay, register में faster होगा सबसे, क्योंकि वो CPU register है, it is close to the processor, बहुत close है ना CPU register है तो और इसका since the number of register in any system will be less, so आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, आप अगर आप इस तरह कर रहे हैं कि इंटेक्स ये रजिस्टर स्टोरेज क्लास है, इसका कोई गारंटी नहीं है कि ये जो वेरिएबल होगा उसका स्टोरेज आपको रजिस्टर में ही मिलेगा, सीपीयू रजिस्टर, स्पेस रहेगा तो मिलेगा, नहीं रहेगा तो उसको ऑटो ट्रीट कर लिया जाएगा, ठीक है। ये किस पे डिपेंडेंट है, ये मशीन डिपेंडेंट है, ठीक है, मशीन कंपाइलर डिसाइड करेंगे ये सब। तो आप कभी ये मत सोचिए कि आप रजिस्टर कर दिए तो रजिस्टर ही होगा। वी जनरली यूज रजिस्टर for the variables to improve the performance, means if you are just like if you are using a for loop, in for loop we use the indices int i देखिए कितना बार यूज करते हैं, it's getting I is smaller than equal to n, if n is your 10 to the power 10, I is going to get iterate 10 to the power 10 number of times. So that's why just to improve the performance of that, we write int that register int, like register int, okay, इस तरह करके हम लोग लिख देते हैं, ठीक है, just to improve. So now what is going to be the, so that's why whatever these properties of auto is having, it will have the same properties as register. So initial value it is having garbage, it is going to be garbage, and it is also going to be a garbage. And you have seen the scope within the block where it is declared, within the block, within the block. Okay, and life also, and life, when block will end of block, when block will get finished, it will life will get finished. Here also same. So these two is auto and register, it's almost same. Only the difference is in storage. Storage, it is going to be in stack, it is going to be in CPU register. So within block, and here end of block. Okay, now see extern and static. So both act as a global variable only, but there is a difference between these two. Okay, so here initial value both is going to have a zero, both is going to have a zero, and scope, external scope is within the different, within multiple files. Okay, so it is going to be global. It is going, is it, am I visible? Is it everything fine? Yeah. So it is going to be global, multiple files can access. See the difference here, you will get the difference. Okay, this is the only difference between external and static. Here global, it is global, within multiple files it is access, multiple file, multiple file, but it will be within block. Its scope is going to be within block, within block. It will be present, it will be in existence, it will be in existence, but it will be within the block only. You can access within the block only, you can't access it outside the block. Okay, you can't access it outside the block. And it will be live till end of the program, till end of the program, till end of the program. And it is same as this is also, this is also live till end of the program, till end of the program, it is also same. So the only difference between extern and static is that in the scope. So storage is going to be data segment, data segment. Initial value both is going to have zero. Scope is global, extern, you can access in different files. You have seen that how to extend. But static scope is going to be within the block. It is going to be within the block. It is not going to be you can access in outside the block. Wherever you have declared that the scope is there, it should not be outside the block. Okay, and but life will be, means it will be alive till the end of the program. Let me take one example of static. The same, the way I have taken the example of auto definition रखे, अगर आप definition दिए हैं किसी फाइल में, आप उसको इंक्लूड कर रहे हैं किसी फाइल में, अगर उसका डेफिनेशन है एक्सटर्न का, आप अगर उसको इंक्लूड कर रहे हैं किसी फाइल में, तो आप कर सकते हैं, इस फाइल में भी इंक्लूड कर सकते हैं, इस फाइल में भी इंक्लूड कर सकते हैं, दोनों, मतलब डिफरेंट फाइल में डेफिनेशन कर दी। अच्छा, अगर आप दो दो फाइल में देखिए, अगर दो दो फाइल में डेफिनेशन कर दिए तो ऐसा तो अलाउड नहीं है, आप दो फाइल में मत कीजिए, आप इंक्लूड कर देंगे तो आपको एक ही फाइल में इंक्लूड करना पड़ेगा। मतलब आप इस फाइल में भी डेफिनेशन दिए, इस फाइल में भी डेफिनेशन दिए, तो आप अगर फाइल 3 कर रहे हैं तो या फिर इसे इंक्लूड कीजिए या फिर इसे इंक्लूड कीजिए, दोनों को इंक्लूड करेंगे तो एरर दे देगा, दोनों को इंक्लूड आप नहीं कर सकते। ठीक है, किसी एक से ज्यादा डेफिनेशन हो नहीं सकता, डेफिनेशन विल बी ओनली वंस, डिक्लेरेशन कैन बी एनी नंबर ऑफ, डिक्लेरेशन बहुत बार हो सकता है, डेफिनेशन सिर्फ एक ही बार हो। चलिए, क्लियर है। सो एक एग्जांपल लेते हैं और स्टैटिक को समझते हैं, स्टैटिक का क्या, ठीक है। सो स्टैटिक से क्वेश्चंस पूछते हैं, गारंटी है कि पूछेगा ही पूछेगा। मान लीजिए स्टैटिक इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, यू आर गोइंग टू गेट ए 2 मार्क्स क्वेश्चन इन योर गेट एग्जाम इन द अपकमिंग गेट 2021, गारंटी है। बाय सीइंग द पेपर ऑफ लास्ट 5 to 6 years, आज का सेशन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, जो भी चीज हमने पढ़ा है उससे 2 नंबर तो आपका आएगा ही आएगा। ठीक है, लक बहुत खराब रहा तभी इससे क्वेश्चंस नहीं पूछेंगे, नहीं तो पूछना ही है। ठीक है, एक एग्जांपल ले लेते हैं, जैसे हैश इंक्लूड है हमारा, वी आर गोइंग टू टेक ए स्टूडियो, नाउ void increment, same example that we have seen, void increment, okay, then void main, okay, then here you are doing the increment, here you are going to do the increment, here also you are calling the increment, here also you are calling the increment, here also you are calling the increment। देखिए डिफरेंस कहाँ है वो आपको पता चल जाएगा, फिर कैसे एग्जीक्यूट होता है वो आपको पता चलेगा। फिर धर लीजिए ये है वॉइड इंक्रीमेंट, आपको यहाँ पे है वॉइड इंक्रीमेंट, यहाँ देखिए यहाँ इंक्रीमेंट हमने चेंज कर दी, यहाँ हम हेयर आई एम गोइंग टू मेक इट एज ए स्टैटिक int is equal to 1. It's a static, not a auto. Static int I. Now I am doing the printf percentage d new I and I equal to I plus 1. क्या होगा बताइए? What is going to be the output? You people tell me. What is going to be the output? बताइए क्या होगा आउटपुट? तो यहाँ होता कैसे? आपने इंक्रीमेंट फंक्शन, ये डिक्लेरेशन है, आपने इसको कॉल किए तो पहले मेन देखिए स्टैक यहां भी बनेगा। फंक्शन जब भी कॉल होगा, व्हेनेवर यू आर कॉलिंग अ फंक्शन यू आर गोइंग टू मेक ए एक्टिवेशन रिकॉर्ड। ये हुआ, फिर इंक्रीमेंट कॉल हुआ, इंक्रीमेंट। सो इन इंक्रीमेंट नाउ स्टैटिक इंट आई इज देयर, इट विल नॉट गेट स्टोर्ड इन स्टैक। सी देखिए कहां बोल रहा है, स्टोरेज कहां है स्टैटिक का? डेटा सेगमेंट में। एक्सटर्नल का कहां स्टोरेज है? डेटा स्टैक में नहीं है। So it will not be stored in the increment, it will store somewhere। दूसरी बार कंपाइलर वेरिएबल को इग्नोर कर देगा। हाँ वेरी गुड। सो it will have some part in data segment part। यहाँ पे आई है जिसका वैल्यू अब यहाँ मतलब ये धर लीजिए, ये डेटा सेगमेंट पार्ट है जिसका वैल्यू जो है वेरिएबल आई। ओके, so this is variable I and which is having value 1। now printf you have printed on, now you have incremented I equal to I plus 1 is 2 है। ये एग्जिस्टेंस है, अभी भी प्रोग्राम ये खत्म हो गया, फिर ये रिटर्न, फिर इंक्रीमेंट कॉल हुआ, लेकिन ये आपका तो है एग्जिस्टेंस और ये आप दोबारा रीड करेंगे नहीं क्योंकि डेफिनेशन सिर्फ एक ही बार होता है अब, और ये डिफाइन नहीं हो। देखिए क्यों मैं बोला था कि वेरिएबल डिक्लेरेशन डेफिनेशन इंपॉर्टेंट है, ये एक ही बार ही एग्जीक्यूट होगा। डेफिनेशन तो आप दोबारा कर ही नहीं ना सकते, ये तो डेफिनेशन है स्टैटिक इंट आई इक्वल, आप तो डेफिनेशन दोबारा कर ही नहीं सकते। इट विल एग्जीक्यूट ओनली वंस, इट विल एग्जीक्यूट ओनली वंस। नेक्स्ट टाइम जब आएगा तो इसे फिर से नहीं होगा, फिर प्रिंट करेंगे आई तो फिर ये क्या हो जाएगा 2 हो जाएगा, तो 2 प्रिंट हो जाएगा, नीचे होगा, मैं यहीं पे लिख रहा हूँ कि स्पेस नहीं है। फिर आई इक्वल टू आई प्लस 1, फिर ये 3 हो गया डेटा सेगमेंट, फिर इंक्रीमेंट खत्म, फिर यहाँ आया, फिर इंक्रीमेंट कॉल होगा, फिर कुछ नहीं होगा, इंक्रीमेंट के अंदर होगा, फिर ये कॉल नहीं होगा, फिर यहाँ पे हो गया 3 प्रिंट, फिर इंक्रीमेंट हो गया 4। अगर आप बाहर प्रिंट करेंगे ना आई को, देखिए आई पुराना वैल्यू प्रिंट कर इंक्रीमेंट होने से पहले, अगर आप यहां बाहर में प्रिंट कर दिए परसेंटेज डी एन आई तो अब 4 भी प्रिंट कर देगा, 4 भी प्रिंट कर देगा। ठीक है ना, क्लियर है सभी को? इज इट क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू? सो ये स्टैटिक का ये आपको ध्यान रखना है कि इसको आपका स्टोरेज होता है डेटा सेगमेंट पार्ट में, इसीलिए इस तरह उनका आउटपुट आएगा। ठीक है ना, चलिए तो आज का सेशन आपका कंप्लीट होता है।